This is the 2025 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Denali Ultimate. And besides being a mouthful to say, I'm going to tell you about some very interesting features that this truck has in today's Vehicle Visionary video. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm at Mike Morgan Buick GMC in Shreveport, Louisiana. You're going to enjoy some of these features if this is a truck you're not familiar with that might make you say, that's something I want. If it's something you do want, check out the link down in the description of the video to learn more. Let's get started with our tour of this truck. And a little disclaimer here before we get going. I know there are going to be people in the comments section that will likely say, there's other trucks that have those features too. I know that, but since we have the GMC in front of us today, that's what we're going to focus on. And the first thing I wanted to show you is the animated headlights. When you unlock the truck, this is the action that's going to take place with the headlights. And you'll also see a similar feature with the taillights, just not quite as bright. But I will tell you this, I leave very early in the morning to go work out before I come out and start filming these videos. And these lights are extremely bright when I walk outside in the morning, having no trouble seeing what's going on around me. And speaking of exterior lighting, when you push this button and this button, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have the LED lighting on the inside of the mirror, and on the outside of the mirror, we'll also have the cab light that comes on. That's that button on the right-hand side that I push. You can't really see it very well because of the bright sunlight. And this light right here makes it easier to back up to a trailer. You have a little bit of illumination back here after dark. This next feature is something that changed as of 2024. Now, I'm going to show you what happens here. I'm going to make sure the truck is unlocked by pushing the unlock button 2 times. And then I'm going to remote start the truck without locking it. Here's how it works. We just push that button twice. You can see that the truck started up. 2023 and earlier, you had to lock the truck and then push that button twice to get remote start to work. And we're not finished with the side view mirrors just yet because there's a lot to talk about right here. These are the trailering mirrors. They're going to have the turn signal indicators built in. They're going to be heated, power adjustable, and obviously power folding, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. The only thing that's different here between this section and this section is that you have to manually change the positioning right here to get that set to your liking for driving. This area is power adjustable. You also have blind spot monitoring built into these side view mirrors. Now, when you push this button right here in the center, that's going to allow you to extend the mirrors for towing. And then obviously we can push that button a second time and that brings them back in. You can push the button right here on the right-hand side to fold those mirrors in if you want to, but that's not the only thing that works there. If you want the power folding side view mirrors to fold in when you lock the truck or unfold when you unlock the truck, here's how you do it. We're going to go to settings and then we're going to go to vehicle. Let that come up. We're going to go down here to comfort and convenience. And then we're going to go to remote mirror folding and make sure that's turned on, which it is. If it's not, then all you have to do is check right there. And I'm going to turn the truck off and just show you how this works in action, just so you can see it. So I'm going to get back out here and we're going to push the button if I can find the remote in my pocket and make sure I get this one and not my own. There you go. That's how it works. When we unlock the truck, they unfold. I like that. It's very convenient. That way, you don't even have to worry about it. This is one of those features that you're going to find on other trucks on the market, and that's going to be the power assist steps. But one thing you might not know about with these power assist steps is that you can leave them deployed if you want to. I'm going to show you how to change that setting and make that happen. And we're going to find ourselves back here in the infotainment screen. Once again, we'll go to settings, we'll go to vehicle, and we're going to scroll way down here to power assist steps. And you'll see that you have a couple of different options. You need to go to right here and you can go to stow or deploy. So here's what happens. And there's a couple of different advantages to this if you need to do this. I'm going to close that door. Make sure you hear that I closed it nice and hard. It's shut all the way. And notice that the power assist step is staying deployed. If you're washing the truck, well, that makes it easier to wash your power assist steps, but it also makes it easier as long as there's a vehicle next to you that isn't tall enough where they can't make contact with these steps. Well, you can actually use those to prevent door dings. And here's something I think a lot of you are going to like. This control right here is how you turn on the massage seats. Driver and passenger here in the front seat are the only ones that have it, but it's nice to know that that's here. When you turn the massage seats on the screen, you will find several different options. And you actually don't use the screen, by the way, to use that menu. As you can see down there, it gives you a message. So you're actually going to use the control on the side of the seat to go through and find out or use the different settings that you may want to turn on or turn off depending on what your situation is. I do like this quite a bit because it is fairly aggressive in how it works. It's not just a little bit. So if you've had a rough day on the farm, at the gym, whatever's happened, maybe you just want a good massage, you definitely get that with these two seats in the front of this Denali Ultimate. This next feature is not exclusive to the Denali Ultimate trim level or the Denali trim level for that matter. However, it is one of my favorite features. It's very useful, and that's the in-seat storage right here. You have it here on the driver's side and over there on the passenger side. It actually comes in very useful using that space that for many years sat here unused by automakers. I'm really surprised more trucks don't have this feature. And something else that I know is not exclusive to these higher trim levels with these trucks, but it's the MultiPro Tailgate, and I wanted to show that to you for those of you who maybe haven't seen it yet. So here's what happens. It functions as a regular tailgate, but there's other things that it does too. You can use it as a table. You can take this area and extend it up like that and use that as a bed extender. Something can butt up against that and stay safely in place. That is very useful. Now, that's not all you can do right here. In fact, let me close that back up. We'll go ahead and open that. There's actually a second option to use that as a bed extender, just like that, if you want to use it that way. And beyond that, let me close this. This feature right here is one of my favorites. If I need to plug into the power outlet right here, well, guess what that does for me? I don't have to reach quite as far or hop up onto the tailgate to do that. So it just makes it a lot easier to gain access deeper into the interior of the bed. If there's something further towards the back that you need to gain access to, maybe work with the tie down, take something off, tie something down back here, whatever the case is. Now, its primary purpose is to be used as a step. I like the material right here, kind of a graphite type material that helps to keep you from slipping. If it's slick outside, raining, you have some snow on your boots, whatever the case is. And there is also the nice grab handle right there that I find more useful on these 2500s and 3500s than I do on the 1500s. And also, if you want to, you can go with the kicker audio system built in here on the Denali Ultimate trim level. If you're curious about the interior color on this truck, it's called Alpine Umber, and it has an onyx black exterior. I know a lot of these features are features that are found on other trim levels and other trucks within the Sierra lineup, but here's one that you won't find on all trim levels of the Sierra lineup, and it's going to be the animated graphics that come up on the screen. Unique to the Denali trim level or Denali Ultimate trim level, you will see animated graphics, but they're a little different than this when it comes to the other trucks in the lineup. In fact, here are the graphics in my own GMC 2500 HD. Now, mine is an SLT, and I did upgrade the interior, but you're still going to see some differences in the overall design from basically here to this area as far as the controls go. Here are the differences in this area for the Denali Ultimate. You can see that there's a different button for turning the engine on and off, and there's an angle to this area. It's really not that much different as far as the design goes. It's basically identical. It just sits at an angle instead of being at a 90 degree as it was in my own truck. And you can see that this area is a little different as well. And while this is not unique to the Denali Ultimate trim level, I do want to cover a couple of things here. Number one, you might not have looked at these trucks in the last couple of years and wonder where the wireless charger went. Well, it's just been moved right here as of 2024. Now, the one thing that is missing in these trucks, and I don't know how I didn't realize this, all of the trucks I reviewed last year, I never noticed before I bought my own that there is not a single 12-volt power outlet anywhere in the interior of these GMC 2500 HDs. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's also a head-up display here on this trim level. On this bright, sunny Louisiana day, might be a little hard to pick up that image on the windshield right there, but here's how you adjust it with these three controls right here. The position right here, the information that it's projecting, and the brightness. Another one of those features that you might not know about on your truck, but it's found on multiple trim levels. My SLT has this as well, and it has to do with the front camera right here. This little notch that's sticking out right there. That's the front camera washer. Your truck may have that and you didn't even know about it. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to bring up the front camera on the screen, on the infotainment screen, but it doesn't have to be on the screen for this function to work. Every time you run the windshield washer fluid with this button right here, here is what happens. It sprays windshield washer fluid across the front camera. This next feature is something that might be a little bit of a surprise, and it is something that changed as of 2024 with these trucks. Again, one of those things not unique to this particular trim level, but what it is that unlike previously, as of 2024, you can drive down the road and the camera will stay on no matter what the speed is. Now, I don't recommend obviously keeping your eyes focused on that camera, but you can see, I don't know if you can see the speed over my shoulder or not, but I'm doing 50 miles an hour right now and the camera is still on. And it's going to stay on no matter what camera you have on. So depending on your driving situation and what you're dealing with, if you need to see what's going on around you, there's an advantage to that particular feature. And those are the interesting features that you can find on the 2025 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Denali Ultimate. If you can say all of that, the name of this truck ultimately, 5 times fast and not get tongue twisted, put it in a video and send it to me. I'll send you a free Vehicle Visionary t-shirt. So tell me what you think about this particular truck. Curious to know what your thoughts are. Maybe it's something you plan to buy. Tell me all about that. If you plan to buy it, what color? Tell me what your thoughts are. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends at Mike Morgan Buick GMC for loaning me this truck for the day so I could tell you all about its interesting features. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe. That way you don't miss any future videos. And please share this video on your timelines on social media. If you enjoyed this video and would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.